Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. I'm Donna Mack from Purple Pinky Promises, and I have got some really exciting projects to show you today. I really appreciate you joining me. I really appreciate your support. We are a small paper crafting company, and we host workshops and classes. And I also do live demonstrations on Facebook and here on YouTube. My Facebook Live is on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. And I'm here Thursday afternoons at 3 p.m. And that's all Central Time, just to let you know. So if you're here, say hello. We love to interact. I really enjoy interacting with people while I'm crafting. So don't be shy, say hi. And I sometimes, once in a while, will ask for your opinion and your input. I sometimes kind of come to a point where I don't know what I want to do. So sometimes I'll ask for your advice and what you might do. And that usually works out really nicely. So what we have here today is we have the Flying Butterflies die. And I want to show you a 2-for-1 technique that you can get from this die. When you die cut with this die, you are going to get from this, you're going to get, of course, you're going to get whatever piece that you die cut from. You're going to get that. You're going to get this little piece that die cuts. It's like the little frame of the butterflies. And you also get your butterflies that you die cut out. So not only do you get the frame, but you get the butterflies. So that leaves it for the opportunity to create more than one card. So I'm going to show you what I've done today. I actually have 4 cards here that I'm going to demo for you that will be using this die. And they're 4 different looking type, 4 different looks. So it's exciting. So I'm going to go over the products that I'm using while I use them instead of going through the products prior to using them. So I think it's just easier for you to remember, and I always post product links after I'm done. So yeah, so this little puppy right here is our center stage star today, what we'll be using. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what I am doing with this first card. So I took a piece of cardstock, and all of the cardstock that I'm, pattern paper actually, that I've used today is from Honeybee. It's the Team Tie-Dye paper pad. Gorgeous, gorgeous papers that, I'll show you the other side, are just absolutely beautiful and make great backgrounds for your cards. So I've taken a piece of cards or pattern paper from that 6x6 pack, and I have cut it to 3 1/4 by 6. And we're going to create all of these cards are mini slimline cards, which is, you know, the big rage these days. They're darling. The size is just absolutely darling. So, and I know a lot of you are probably thinking, how, you know, in the world am I going to find an envelope for that? Well, I've got a solution for that, and that's coming. So I have cut this piece of cardstock, which gave me this piece right here, and it also gave me these butterflies. So what I've done here is I'm going to set this aside because we're going to create something else with this here in just a moment. So I took another piece of cardstock from the, there's 2 of each sheet. So I took another sheet, cut it the same size, which is 6 by 3 1/4. And I am creating a background that will coordinate with the same colors as they ombre up, kind of like a rainbow ombre. Anyway, So that is how I created that background. I took a piece of white Nina cardstock and I cut it down to 5 1/4. It's 5 1/4 by 3. And I'm sorry, it's not 5 1/4. It's 5 3/4 by 3. Excuse me. 5 3/4 by 3. And I ran it through the Sunny Studio embossing folder. And I just love the little dot stitches that you get, or the dot embosses, the embossing of dots and hearts that you get from this embossing folder. So then what I did was I just took this and I just kind of tried to mimic it as best as I could and kind of lay it out. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and lay this down like I have it. I'm going to glue these pieces together and we're going to finish out this card live. Do that with you. So yeah. I probably won't get them exactly the way they were. So the other thing I didn't tell you that I did, which you might be able to see here, is, and I'm going to lay this down and I'm going to show you what I've done. When I ran this piece through my die cut, hi Lindy, good afternoon, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining me. When I ran this through, I taped this all down. I taped my die down, and I also tucked some tape down. I cut this piece of foam to measure the exact same size, 6 by 3 1/4, taped it all together and ran it through so that I would have a mirror image of my my front here, because I'm going to create a shaker card out of this. And then I put some acetate. I just cut it just probably about a 1/16 of an inch shorter all the way around, and I covered that up with glue. And when you do that, make sure you get these pieces here good and adhered as well. Okay, so that's what I've done. And when I did that, it left me with the foam pieces for these butterflies, which was really nice. So it's a nice little added effect. Oh, thank you. We're doing 2-for-1s today. This is my first set of 2-for-1. And I'm going to do another set of 2-for-1. So I've done some prep work, but I just kind of want to show you what you can get from this die. So laying these down. These are fun, lots of fun. I love the dimension that you can get, and you don't have to worry about cutting them out. It's already done for you. It's just a wonderful way to get dimension on your cards using that fun foam. And all of these products I'm using today are in the store. The nice thing about just my shameless plug for the store. The nice thing about, whoops, we don't want that. The nice thing about shopping in a one-stop shop is that you don't have to go to all these different stores and pay all that shipping for all these different places. You can go to one place, get everything you need. And that's one of the reasons why I do these lives, so that I can inspire you craft-wise for projects that you might be interested in doing yourself. And then you can pick up everything you need right in our store to create those projects. I think I need to move this over just a tad bit, and I need to hold that down better. Yeah, I do need to move it over. There we go. This needs to go right here. Yep, because we want to stay on our... Because this is embossed, I should be holding these down. Because it's raised, we need to hold them down and make sure that they get good and adhered. And it's actually probably best to put something heavy on it, like a block. But because I've already got my gems on there, by the way, these are Pinkfresh gems that I have added to this card. I'll pull them out here as soon as I'm done holding these down. I'll hold the next set down here shortly. So, yeah. I'm using Barely Art Glue. It's a great glue for all crafting purposes. I've discovered it adheres ribbon wonderfully as well. It holds down these gems perfect, like a pro. Love this glue. If you have not tried this glue, you need to. It will solve all of your adhesive issues once and for all. Everything you ever hated about strong adhesive, you're going to love this glue because it is a strong adhesive, but it doesn't stick to your hands and your project and doesn't muddle things up. Love it. It's fantastic. Okay. And if you have the same issue I do, that I don't always have this issue, but I seem to have had it lately, the third grade overuse of glue problem. It just rolls right off with that, you know, with your art eraser, you can just pick it right up. Okay, so next, that down. I'll hold that down here in a minute. It also dries clear, so if you do kind of miss, it's okay. It dries clear. I hopped on Instagram really quick, Lindy, before I hopped on here to invite people to join. So if you're here from there, say hello. We would love for you to join us and chit chat. My friend Lindy is on. I call her my crafting advice expert. She's been doing this longer than I have, making cards longer than I have. She's amazing. She is the inspiration behind why I started making cards. If you go to the little tab on our website that says About Us, it's at the bottom of the page, and it talks about how she has inspired me in my card making journey. Okay, so I used these Pinkfresh gems. This one is the Blue Sky. Of course, I used on the blue. And then this one is the Peach Fuzz. This seems to be one of my go-to favorites lately. And then I used the Lavender, which I used up here. So those are the Pinkfresh gems that I used. Okay, so I am going to pop this little fella right here. That sentiment comes from Pinkfresh. It is the Perfect Sentiments stamp set and die. You stamp once, which I advise you to use a stamping platform like a Misty or a Stamparatus that Tim Holtz has a stamping platform. Also, I think there's lots of different stamping platforms out there. And you get, in one pass, you get a ton of sentiments, as you can see in my little baggie there. And I have chosen Celebrate today for my sentiment to go straight across the center. And that's what we're doing. So I am going to get this down, glue this on, and yeah, get a card. We will be finished with card number 1 here just shortly. Yay. So, if you have any questions about how I did anything, just ask. We'd be happy to answer your questions. And Lindy, if you see something before I do, I don't have a problem with you answering it before I get a chance to answer it. Sometimes people who are on the chat feed can see each other's comments before I can actually see them. And there's a delay in the program that I use. So, all right, there's that. So as you can see, that color that goes up matches the background, the butterfly background. And I'm going to grab a card base. My card base, before it is scored, it actually measures out 6.5 by 6. So I score it at 3 1/4. and on the 6.5 side. And look at this gorgeous paper. I mean, how do you decide what side to use? I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you a little technique where you can actually get this effect. But how nice when you're in a big hurry and you need to make some cards. This paper just comes in so handy. Absolutely handy. Get that on there. Okay, we have a little emergency where we have to pull this off because I didn't get it all the way to the left. And I might have to trim my right side. This happens to me. See, this is crafting live, real life crafting. Nobody's perfect. Proof in the pudding right here. So I want to make sure that if I have too much cardstock, that I trim it off the right side and leave no white on the right. And I think we're fine anyway. Perfect. Yay. Oh, I love it too, Lindy. It's been a joy to share the joy of paper crafting together. I mean, the memories that we have, I'm telling you, paper crafting brings people together and just in such a special way. Laughter, crying. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've laughed together, we've cried together, and good cries. I mean, like cathartic. I call Lindy my unpaid therapist. She listens to me. It's great. It's great to have this. She and I have such a great sisterhood. Yeah, it's wonderful. Okay, so I am going to put this sentiment right here. And so I'm trying to decide exactly where I need my foam tape. And I think that's going to be enough. If not, we can adjust it. And then, let's see. Nope. Nope. It's too much. So I'm going to peel it off as best as I can. And by the way, I stamped the, my sentiment is stamped with Versafine Clair, just to let you know. So let's see if this is enough. I don't know what I was thinking. What was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. Let's see. I want it to go right there. Yep. And I don't know that maybe under the beat is where we'll use that. And that should do it. Is that good? Yeah, it is. And then we'll just pick up with some glue everywhere else. Nope. Go down. There we go. Celebrate. Yay. I love it. Card number 1, complete. Unpaid, I forgot to send the bill. Yes, unfortunately, you forgot to send me the bill. I do have a little spot where I want to add some adhesive underneath, or some foam adhesive underneath there. I'm taking just a teensy-weensy little bit, and I'm going to pop it under that C, because I don't want that to, let's see. I'm going to go right there with it, and I think we should be good. Oop. Move you. There we go. Perfect. Yay. Love it. Love, love, love it. Yay. I'm still laughing about your unpaid therapist. Okay, so for this second card, we are going to do a shaker. And this foam piece is going to be the well. And so that it measures exactly the way it's supposed to fit onto the card, so that we have a solid base and nothing sags. So I'm going to put this piece down first so that I can actually fill my well. Now, one thing that I do want to make note of is that there is this foam piece that you get from this. And it's probably best to use it as your guide when you are trying to fill your well. Now, the only thing is that, and let me get this down first. So, right here in front of me. So let's get this down. When I saw this die, I thought, oh, what a cute shaker that would make. And then my brain was like, so how's that going to work? Well, now you know how this shaker is going to work. Foam. This foam, because I thought, no, it's not going to work if you just use foam strips, like the double-sided foam adhesive strips. That's just not going to work that great. There's just too many nooks and crannies and whatnot for that. So, yeah. Now, so I'm putting this down first, and in order to so there's two things you can do with this. You could just throw all your shaker bits in there and let them float around, you know, doesn't matter what butterfly is what. Or you can actually create a spot for each of your, oh, yes, our friendship is priceless. Thank you, Lindy. I would 100% agree with that. More than 100% agree. Now I've lost my train of thought because that's just so sweet. Oh, thank you, Lindy. And I might be a little over the edge with this. Sometimes when you run it through, it stretches out a bit, but that's okay. And the nice part is that when you use a liquid adhesive, you do have a little bit of playing time with your glue. Let's get this moved over, smoothed over. I think we've got this. Now, so what to decide? Okay, Lindy, tell me what you want me to do, what you think I should do today. If you go in and fill in every individual butterfly, okay, which you can do, there's no problem with that. It's just, it takes a little bit of patience, okay, and you can do that, okay. I'd have to go in there and glue, put some glue in around those edges. This is going to go right here, right over the top of it, like so. And then we're going to do our best to cover up all of our little spots, okay? That's what we're going to do. Now, should I do individual butterflies or should I just do a loose shaker? Which should I do? Because regardless of what I do on the inside, I am going to fill it with this. And it's going to give it the appearance of individual butterflies, but floating around all inside of there. You're not going to get a real flowing shaker if you fill individual wells. My thought was to go with, so you can do you do whatever you like to do. This takes patience and time. My thought was just to do a free shaker where all the bits and pieces flow, but it looks like it's individual butterflies. And you don't have to worry so much about lining it up as much this way. So Lindy, what do you think I should do? What do you want to see me do? Do you want to see me do individual or free-flowing? That's what I want to know. And if anybody else is on, throw your 10 cents worth in there. Don't be shy. Don't be shy at all. I have decided that these Catherine Pooler sequins, I think, would look really, really pretty in this particular card. I've decided sequins, since I only have one layer, the sequins would probably work best. So more shaker room or little individual butterflies. Just waiting. It takes so long on here to get a response. Sorry, I just wait to see what you guys think. Hopefully I'm still live. Am I still live? When I was live on Instagram, I kept coming and going, in and out. That was weird. Maybe it was Instagram. Maybe it wasn't my Wi-Fi connection. I think my Wi-Fi's connection is really good. We have really good Wi-Fi. We upgraded, so got the upgrade. What you think, Lindy? Yeah, it does seem tedious, doesn't it? But some people like to do tedious. But my thought was free flow. So we're going to do free flow. And I'm going to spread out my sequins. And I don't want to use too many. The reason I don't want to use too many is because we don't, like I said, we only have one layer of foam that we're using. So let's just spread this out. I do think I would like some more of these little beads. And to accomplish that, I actually have a lid to this teacup that I'm thinking would be, that makes it a little easier to access such things. So we had this teacup from my grandmother and it broke, and it was so sad. Yeah, the whole card. I agree. It's gonna, I mean, it really honestly is gonna look like it's individual butterflies. It gives it that illusion. I might have too much pink in there. A little more of a little less pink, maybe. I think I like that mix right there. I think that's good. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so one of the teacups broke, and this lid went with it. And I told John, I said, I'll just throw it all out. And then I went, wait, I could probably use that to throw my sequins in when I'm trying to sort through them. So yes, yay for ideas. Okay, so here we go. Now, we are going to, and I've done shaker cards before, live, Facebook, here on YouTube, making sure that you get through these little cracks and crevices. Don't get too bent out of shape. If it, you know, leaks a little bit, squirts out over the edge, because we do have, the nice thing is we do have that, what would we call that? The frame, the butterfly frame that we're gonna do an inlay technique with. So I'm just getting that really good. As you can see, I'm getting all the way in here so that we catch, so nothing can leak out. We don't want our shaker bits to leak out. If that makes any sense at all. So this is the only shaker we're doing today. The rest of these cards are not shakers, but like I said, I wanted to do a shaker with this die so bad when I first saw it. Okay, so I'm going to turn things around just a bit, making sure that everything is good to go there. And excuse my head if I get my head underneath the camera, I apologize. Just don't want to slide things around too much if I don't have to. It's kind of like a puzzle piece, laying a puzzle piece down into its right position. And that's what we're doing here, is we're laying it on the foam into its correct position. And there we go. And that's what happens when you lay down your foam and your card front together, running it through the die cut machine. That way you have the exact image for both pieces. Okay. I'm going to get these pieces. I'm going to hold those. Try to get that. So now we have a free-flowing shaker. How cute and fun is that? Yay! All right. So now, and I have a peek through here. So for some reason, when I laid that down, I didn't get that laid down exactly. But this is the nice part, is that this is going to just cover that up and hide that so beautifully. So now we look like we have individual butterflies. Okay, now this is the part. So to put the glue on this, I think I'm going to lay it down here on my mat. And I am going to let my mat hold it in place and do this. And that is because sometimes I am not always, I don't have a very steady hand. I used to have a pretty steady hand. I don't have as steady of a hand as I used to. So trying to go along those edges might be easier for some of you if you have a pretty steady hand. I just don't. So getting older. Don't tear. See, getting hung up. Please don't tear. And I would say you might not have to get 100%, but I'm trying my best to get as much as I can. Going as quick as I can so it doesn't dry. The nice part about being on this mat is that it doesn't move around on you as much. That's an advantage. The mat holds it for you. You could also place it back into its original spot that you die cut it from, or the card piece that you cut it from, or the pattern paper that you cut it from, to kind of hold it into place. But I've already used that right here. So there it is. Okay. Holding my breath. My only thought about doing it this way is that the sliding of everything is such an issue. Like that. Sometimes it's hard to see. I already got glue on it. But folks, we're using Barely Art glue, and I would say that for the acetate, it kind of rolls off of it really nicely, in my opinion. So there we have it. Let's get that on there. Got a little bit of a gap there. Let's close in some gaps. There we go. Woohoo! We have it. And polish that off. If you have one of these cloths, Just kind of polishes off that glue really nice. So there we have it. Shaker! Yay! Okay. So here I am going to, I'm thinking I could stamp right here. I could stamp a sentiment. I don't want that. We could do hello. Hello is cute. We could do hello right here. That's kind of cute. We could do hi. And we could do hi in the center, or, you know, right here too. Hi. I don't know. That seems like such a small sentiment for such a large amount of space. You're a great friend. I don't want to cover up the shaker. Oh, another one that would be cute would be yay. I've got yay. I pulled that one out. That's cute. Yay! That kind of seems like a celebration. A shaker card always feels that way, like a celebration. Do hello. Yay! Could do that. But I like the yay. Kind of like celebrating. What do you think, Lindy? You like the yay? I like the yay. And I think I'm going to pop that up. Well, no, I'm just going to glue it down. And I'm just going to let this one be. I just think this card is absolutely done and finished. It's got a lot of elements running through it. And you could do yay here. You could do yay here. But I think I am going to do it here. I'm going to do yay. Yay! And yay could be for a number of things. It could be like a congrats. It could be birthday. Yeah. How fun is that? Got some sticker madoodles. Okay. Card number 2, complete. Set that aside. Now, I told you that I had another set of 2-for-1, and we are going to do those. How exciting, how fun is this? So, one of these 2-for-1s, and this is just a completely different yay for yay! Completely different look. I am going to use, I'm going to go through these bits and pieces here. I've done some work ahead of time. And what I've done is I have taken so I took a bit of cardstock, white cardstock, Neenah cardstock, and I cut out my butterflies just in white Neenah cardstock. Now this, just mind you, it would probably work better if you used some watercolor paper, but I didn't use watercolor paper. And I didn't want to waste them, so we're going to use them, and they're going to be just fine. So then I, of course, ran it through with my foam adhesive, or my foam piece, so that I could, I had some, so it gave me some options. And so on this card, I have 2 pieces that are cut from the same type of die. And it is from the Dare to Be Artsy. These are Dare to Be Artsy's Slim Mini Wavy die. A Slim Mini Wavy die set. Okay. I am currently using this set to create a mini album that I am eventually going to finish. It has taken me much longer than I anticipated, but I'm going to get it to a place where I'm going to be able to do 1 page live with you, and it will complete the mini book. So eventually, so be watching for that, because that is coming. I'm still working on it. It's just taking me forever. And I've had some really interesting experiences with it along the way, which were very tear-jerking and just like, oh, just good heart feel, like good feels moments. Okay. So this biggest die, which actually die cuts out to be 6 3/4, 6 by 3 1/4. So it will fit perfectly over, oh no, it doesn't. Sorry, it looks like it's the 5 3/4 by 3 is what it cuts it out to be. I apologize. Yes, of course, that makes sense because of what I did next. So when I cut my piece of cardstock, my white Nina cardstock, I used a piece that was 6 by 3 1/4. That's what I did. Okay, just to let you know. I made sure I made myself a frame that I could use to put down on my card base and do a swap. So when I die cut this, I got this piece, which I'm going to use to frame this one. And when I die cut the white, I got this piece, which I'm going to use to frame this piece, which I just I like that inlay look. I think that's really fun. So we have butterflies for our dimension that were cut from foam. And we are going to do another card, 2 cards actually. And we're going to start with this piece right here. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this one. I hope that makes sense, what I've just explained to you. I hope that made sense. I cut my piece 6 inches by 3 or 3 1/4 by 6 inches. Ran it through the die. When it die cut it, it left the frame, and I have swapped my pieces out. Okay. So we are what we're gonna do, this is so fun. I'm so excited. We are going to take some Distress Oxides, and we are going to create the ombre effect to mirror these colors. And I've picked some Distress Oxides that I felt like would mirror the colors that are in this particular piece. So I'm going to lay it over here to the side so that I can kind of see what colors I need to work with, and that way I get that ombre colored effect with those. So I'm going to start with picked raspberry, and I'm going to do, let's see, where are we at? Actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece right here. This would be a better piece to work with. And I'm going to kind of look at it as if, yeah. So there we go. That's what I want to do. Kind of look at it as if it's sitting on the front of my card. I don't know if you can see that. So this is what I've done. So I've laid my piece down over this to and I'm going to try my best to mirror this as if my butterflies were cut directly from paper. Okay. So I'm going to start with this butterfly here, and it's going to be picked raspberry. So I'm going to pick up some picked raspberry, and I'm going to have like 4 corners of different colors. And we're going to put some water down. Cover that. Okay. So as you can see there, I did not directly get my water on my picked raspberry. And there's a reason for that, because I'm going to dip my paper in water because I want to get kind of a mottled look. I don't want my butterfly to be 100% covered. If that makes any sense at all. My hands are going to get dirty. And all right, there's that one. Maybe a little more. Okay, there's the first one, ready to sit. We're going to leave our picked raspberry there. We're going to do another one. And that one looks like it's the same. Let's see, let's move this up. The left hand corner. So same size butterfly. And then so this right hand side here, or left hand side, I'm just going to pick up a little, kind of to the halfway point, and then I'm going to do some speckled egg. Pick up some water, dip it in speckled egg. I'm doing this so that my color is a little more saturated, so it's not so light, if that makes any sense at all. So there we go. So I've kind of got that piece there. And then I need a small butterfly, and it's mostly picked raspberry, except for that top left corner. Yep. So I'm going to hold my finger there to kind of keep it from getting it. And now we're going to go to speckled egg. There we go. All right. And now we're going to do one whole butterfly, one of these big ones, in speckled egg. I am going to pick up, no, not yet. I still have some water here. Pick up some water on my cardstock, and then I'm going to bring it over here to speckled egg. I think I need more speckled egg is what the deal is. Absolutely. That is absolutely the deal. So I'm going to pick up a better saturation than that. Oh yes, I love that. So I call this the smushing technique, and I'm pretty sure that's pretty consistent throughout the card making community. All right. My next butterfly is the same size, and it is speckled egg also, but I'm going to pick up some water. And it's going to have a tip on the left with the shaded lilac. So I'm going to hold that closed. Let's see if I can get most of that speckled egg picked up. Let's get some more. Oh, Mr. Mac's home. He went to run an errand for me. He's so good about that. Yep, more display in the studio. Yep. Okay, gotta save that corner. I think we're done with picked raspberry, and nope, we're not. We got one more. Bottom half of this is speckled egg. I worry about waste too much, don't I? Let's get that. There we have, oops. See, folks, that is a note to self. If you drag it when it's wet, it will peel up the paper. So just don't do that, especially on one of these mats. But it's going to be okay. I'm going to pull that up. It's still salvageable. All right, we're going to go, I'm going to clean up a little bit. What a fun little technique with the Distress Oxides. Okay. Now we're going to go with shaded lilac. I pulled out the squeezed lemonade because It did have a little bit of yellow in it, and I think that was right over here, right above. I might put some yellow on one of these butterflies that might pick up that yellow. Yeah, that's what I'll do. It just had a smidgen of yellow. Okay, where am I at? All right, get some more water. No dragging. Here's that top. Is this what I needed? What am I doing here? That's purple too. So this top left is purple. Purple, purple. Yep. Top left is purple. Top half is purple. So this is more top half. This is top left. Okay. So we needed purple here. Yeah. And we're going to go purple here. Yeah. Pretty. Very pretty. Okay. And then let's do all purple, all purple. And I'm just going to drop it in there. See what we get. That's pretty. Very pretty. Really saturated and pretty. Yay. Okay. Which one was that? That was the all speckled egg one that I think, yep, needed a little yellow. So we'll put some squeezed lemonade. A little bit of that on that one, and I think we are good to go. It's still a little wet. Yeah, that picks up that yellow. Yay. Put a little more on there. Perfect. Okay. Clean up on aisle 7. Why 7? Why not aisle 2? Now I'm gonna grab my heat tool, get these little puppies dry. Well, actually, do I want them dry first? Yes, I do. And then we're gonna get them wet again. I know. I don't want to oversaturate them. I want them to be dry. When I do this next part, I'm gonna stack them with some black. Distress Oxide. Yeah, that's my hair. Lindy, I think my cart that John's been working on for me is almost finished. I think I'll have it ready for class tomorrow. Amazing. Yep, we literally have flying butterflies here, folks. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we got a little water. Nope, that's not water. That's just some glue. Keep those. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to use some Distress Oxide. And I'm just going to put a little bit here on my mat. That's not a little bit, that's a lot actually. I'm going to grab a brush. This is my smallest one. Looks like this is my smallest one. And I do kind of want it wet so that it all right. And I'm going to pick up just drop little spackles of Distress Oxide on this, here and there. Gotta be careful I don't get it everywhere else either. Maybe move it away from my project. Step away from the project. Okay. And there we go. When it's looking good and looking done, let it go. That's what I say. Leave it alone. It is now done. All right. So, we are near the finish line, folks, near the finish line. Pull these over. Oh, that one didn't get very much on it. Oh, well, that's okay. Can always dip it. Let's do that. Let's dip it. Pick it up. Yeah, that works. Okay. All right, we survived. We survived all this like splashing and spackling and woohoo. All right. Get that kind of wiped off so that it's not a mess to clean later. All right. Let's clean that a little bit better. Or try. I had some baby wipes in here. I don't know that they are in here anymore. Clean up with this. All right. Woohoo! So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere this to our card base. So I'm going to grab my next card base. And I am going to glue this all the way around the edge. So I'm just going to go around the edge of my card here. It would be a whole lot easier for me to do that than to grab those floppy edges. And if I go over, it's okay because we're still going to lay down more cardstock behind that. No big deal. So now we're going to go as best as we can and get this on here like so. Yay. Yay for yay. And then we're going to set this down inside of here. Just like an inlay. Perfect little inlay. And it looks like I need to move that over slightly, maybe. Okay. Put this down, and then we are ready to put our butterflies on it. And I have left a piece to kind of give us a guide, so to speak, for the butterflies. So there, inlays in there just nice. Maybe as best as we can. And this sentiment, just to let you know, is from Altenew. It is the it's the Inky Bouquet. Sentiment is sending healing hugs. I just thought this was such a soft, a soft card that it's perfect for bring this down a little bit. It's perfect for sending someone a sympathy or just a kind of like a thinking of you type of card. And I think I've got it here. So what I'm going to do is just lay them down in there like so. And yeah, that's where I want it. I'm kind of using this as a guide if you haven't figured that out already. All right. So we're going to start with our red piece. And let's put this one on. And I am missing a, did it fall down in here? Where's my butterfly? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we're going to use this, and we're going to just pop these up on dimension. I mean, might as well, right? That's how it came out. So this is the piece. That goes right there. We're just going to use that as our guide. Kind of pop that in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go this way with it just a little so we mirror it, if that makes any sense. I don't want to get glue on that because I'm going to try to, or because I am using it. So the next one is this one. And the next card's going to come together really quickly. But folks, we have actually, by the time you're done, you'll have 4 cards. Yes, 4 cards, which is amazing and awesome. Hold that down. Our next butterfly. And foam, by the way, just runs through beautifully. When you die cut it, you don't even have to roll it through twice. One pass is perfect. Not even, I haven't even had trouble with the foam on an intricate die at all. So just an FYI. So here we go. I'm going to bring it over just a little more. Hold that down. And let's bring in our next piece, which is, what did we say? I've lost track, folks. So that would be this one, correct? Yes. No, that's this one. It would be this one, the one with the yellow, of course. Right? Mm-hmm. We have classes here tomorrow, tomorrow afternoon, and then we have crop here on Saturday. And I am happy to say that I am ready to go. It's such a great feeling. Kits are done. John and I are just going to spend the evening putting the studio together. We've got so much, we got a ton of new product in the store, and we had to make more room, and we have accomplished, mission accomplished. We think we've got of the yellow. Yay, we picked up that mirroring of the yellow. Yay. Okay. All right, now we got this one, and it will go on just like so. Purple. This is such a fun, so fun. I love it. I love it that the colors are just a tad bit softer than the colors in the paper, but I just think that it mirrors it just nicely. Get that glue off of there. Here we go again with that glue. So we're going to go like so. I stamped, just to let you know, I stamped that sentiment in the Versafine Clair, just so you know. Move that this way. There we go. And then, now we have our purples. Moving in my favorite color. Imagine that. So quiet. This was the one that I raked across the mat. It's a little fuzzy, but that's okay. It's still pretty. And it's still worthy of a card. Still card worthy. Do we say that about people? Card worthy? Are they a card worthy person? We say that in the crafting community to talk about people that might throw their cards away. Yep, that's a thing. Do you give your card to a person that you think potentially would throw away the card? Nope, not so much. That's funny. So, we are almost there. We're more than halfway there. So, I'm going to do that. Yeah, that looks fun. And last, butterfly. I really like this a lot. A lot. Very artsy, which was one of the reasons why I chose the sentiment that I did from Altenew, because it's also very artsy looking, and it just kind of flows with that. Now, just an FYI, you could kind of step it up a notch. There are splotch stamps on this. And we could actually put some splotches on this card on the background, but I don't know. I kind of like the clean. I like the clean look. And I'm going to kind of leave it, I don't know. We could throw some gems on it. Could throw some sequins on it to kind of zhuzh it up. I don't think I want to put sequins in the middle. Instead, I might I might just throw some sequins like on the card itself, maybe. Give it a little bling. I still have that one and that one. We could do some purple up here. We could do a little bit of yellow right there, couldn't we? I think I have some yellow from here. Do some yellow. Whoop. What am I doing? And I'm stuck everywhere. So we want pink there. Do a little bit of that there. And yeah. And we need one more. I don't know if I like that one. I like that. That's pretty. I think I might try one of these over here. Yeah? Is it the same thing? I think it's good. Yeah? What do you think, Lindy? I like it. I kind of like some bling in there on that one. Just making it just to mix things up. And right there, voila. There we go. I like it. I like it more than I like it. I love it. Love it a lot. Okay, that's card number 3, and then card number 4 is going to come together very quick. So we're going to put on our outline piece. I'm trying to figure out where's my front and my back. I think that is my front for sure. Yes. Okay, front piece. And we're going to choose the sentiment from our Pinkfresh stash over here. I think I'm going to do Sending Hugs on this one. That's a pretty one too. Ooh, that's really pretty. I like those colors. Muted, kind of gray undertones. I really, really like that. That's so pretty. It's hard to decide what colors to use. Actually, kind of beachy. Yay, thank you, Lindy. She says the sequins are perfect. Thank you. Okay, get this in here. We are gonna put some butterflies on here. I am going to hold this in place. I had thought about gluing it to dimension. I think I still might do that. I'm gonna hold it down and yeah, let's do it this way. Let's just do that. I'm gonna do this. Let's get glue on the back side of this. Bring it out. So this is what I use my negative space for quite a bit, is to hold my piece while I'm trying to get glue on it. I was trying to tell you about this earlier. And gotta work fast because you don't want it to glue to the outline. I was thinking that it would be really pretty to have this on dimension. I think we're gonna give it a whirl. If it's terrible, we can take it off, right? We have a little bit of time. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's not that great. Some of these are good. Some of these are not. No, it's just a couple. It's not as bad as I thought. There we go. And there we go with that. Come on. Move that under a little better. And I think we're ready to get this out of here. Carefully, because it's starting to dry. If all else fails, we're just going to adhere it straight to the card. This is not easy. This part is not for the faint. So if this part intimidates you, just adhere it straight to your card. That's what I advise if you're a little weary of getting it on there exactly. Which is not easy to do. When you're pulling it out, it sometimes shifts it just a little bit, but I still like the shadow effect that it gives. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. So let's get this on here, and you can see right here where we've had some trouble. You can pull that up and kind of get that rearranged a little bit. There, that's better. It's this part right here that I'm having trouble. So I'm going to, yep, right here on my card, because I have, it's hard to see white on white. That's why. Do I have that? No, I already have that. Silly. Come on. Cooperate with me. There we go. Little bit better. It was really off. Bad. So I needed to fix that. Much better. Yay. I can live with that. And now we put glue on this and we pop this down. And we have a card. And I think this one, I mean, we could put some bling on it, but I don't know that it's going to show up very well. We can try. We can see what we think. I was thinking the inside would be pretty placement, but first we're going to put our sentiment on. We have a loud airplane flying over. We live right by the airport, so we get this constantly. All right, let's get that placement. Yay. I want that a little bit further over this way. We're going to cheat a little. We're going to make those butterflies shape the way we want to. Get that glue off of there. Okay. Let's see. What do we want? Let's see. I did want this sentiment. I thought this would be a very pretty sentiment for this card. And I'm thinking it needs to go like right here. So that is where I'm going to place it. And I think maybe some sequins down here would be really pretty. And carry them up into some of these and then to the top. So these two bright, I brought out the Soda Springs, the Catherine Pooler Soda Springs. These are red. I can use my maybe some purple. Just grab them. Oh, yes. Yes, most definitely, yes. We need those. That's a must. Okay, so I'm thinking one up here. And another one right up here. A couple more. These are kind of small. I feel like they need to be bigger. But I'll put, how about let's put a big one and a little one right there. Woohoo. Definitely. Most definitely. This is the Catherine Pooler Soda Springs. And just to let you know, today what I've been using is Loveladies, Charleston, Sequin Mix. These are all the Catherine Pooler sequins. All right, let's get this on. Let's get these sequins on and call it a card. Call it 4 cards. Yay. Okay. That needs to go over just a little. Sending hug. Whoops. I lost my sequin placement. Let's move that just a tad. There we go. Sending hugs. What did I do with you? Let's toss a little dimension underneath there to catch that S. Okay, I may have drawn blood. Yeah. And how many people do you know laugh at themselves when they draw blood? Ouch, that hurt. Oh well, it'll mix with the red on the card, right? Yeah, the dangers of crafting, folks. We need one under that G, and then I think we're good. Watch my fingers. It's like when you're so hungry that you accidentally bite your finger. When you're stuffing your face. Yep, that was that moment. I think we're good. I think we're pretty good. Might need one underneath there, and then we're good. Yes, I am using this pin to the lid, the pin that goes in my glue, to just kind of stuff my dimension under where it needs to go. All right, the minute it was working, now it's not. There we go. There. I think we're good and secure now. Let's put these sequins on, right? Can you hear my birds? Oh, thank you, Lindy. I think I need to move that one over just a tad. You think I'm going to get this one? I know, I am not very good at tools, though. Got it. I do better with my fingers. Isn't that weird? I'm a weird person. I use weird tools, too. All right. We did it, folks. We did it. We made 4 cards today. 4. Count them. 4. All right. These are the 2 cards that were the 2-for-1 in this set. And then here are the other 2-for-1s. Got the shakers. Woohoo! Now we got our cards. And very quickly, I want to show you something. Sometimes people have an issue with envelopes with these little minis. People have kind of mentioned, oh, but what about the envelope for that? Well, Dare to be Artsy has come up with, and I think Pinkfresh has one too, but I have in the store the Dare to be Artsy Slim Mini Envelope die. And just quickly, I want to show you that I've got some vellum here. And how pretty would this be? Now, if you are concerned about privacy and that sort of thing, you can just slide in some cardstock, your cardstock to measure on both sides, the front and the back, and that will protect your card as well. But a 3 1/4 by 6 would cover it. So what I've done here is I've die cut some pieces, and we're just going to quickly throw together this little envelope. You die cut 1 piece from this, and you die cut 2 pieces from this die, but you need to flip it. You need to flip and do the other side so that you can get 2 pieces that will do each side. So you flip your die, so you roll it through this way, and then you roll it through this way, and you're going to have your 2 pieces. And then you've got this bottom piece. And I'm going to put this together really quick and show you what I mean by that. So we're going to score. It's already scored. Got a little bit of a mess going here. It's kind of hard to see those score lines, but they're scored. I assure you, there's a score line there. And so there we go. It's hard to see. And vellum is very, sometimes it can be a little fussy to deal with. There we go. That one's better, I think. Did I? Nope. I did not get it on the line. You got to be careful to get it on the score line, just to let you know. So we've got that. I missed the mark on that one, just to let you know, folks. Okay, I didn't have trouble folding that line, but man, oh man alive, I've had trouble with this one. All right, I see where I went wrong. Okay, there it is. Yes, there it is. It's the lighting in here too. It's not that great. No, Donna. I keep missing that line. Is it just me? Oh, folks. Yep, I missed that score line right there. I think we've got it now. Woo! My goodness, that was a little bit of drama. Sorry about that. Vellum's not as easy to work with. All right, so you want to create a piece like such, top to bottom. I do not know what kind of noise my husband is making upstairs. It sounds like he's rearranging his furniture. Okay, so now we've got our pieces that go like so. Do you see that? So you need one for one side, one for another. But before you do that, you need to put this bottom piece on. And we're going to be a little bit more careful with our score line, right, folks? So now that you see me doing this, just be very aware of your score line and don't try to rush it like I was, getting a little greedy. So I'm going to put my piece down there at the bottom first. And yes, I am using my Barely Art glue. Yes, I am. And I'm going to smoosh it all the way across so that I don't have stark lines. And we're going to lay it down really quickly. Lining it up with the bottom. And then we're going to set in our sides. So we're going to set in each side like so. So, you can use this glue on vellum. And it's possible. You just want to make sure you work quickly and you use enough so that it's still movable and you don't want too many stark lines. Okay, so go in here, get it along the edge. Down inside of there. Down inside of here. I can see. There we go. Along that edge. And then we've got this other edge. The vellum is so pretty when it's see-through. I love this dye too, Lindy. It's such a cool dye. And learn from me when you're working with vellum. When you're trying to do the score lines. Learn from my mistakes, please. That's what the live is all about. See what I do wrong, don't do what I do wrong. Okay, and there you have it. And thankfully, my end here is going to kind of cover up most of my boo-boo here along the edge. And I may have come down just a little too far with this, but that's okay. I think we're still going to make it just fine. Yep, we are. Okay, so now we're going to get this right here first. So we're going to put some glue on right here. And we're going to smush it. Bring it over. And yeah, I have some glue pieces in there, and I'm going to pull those out, actually. And you might, yeah, you'll be able to see that. See, look at that. Oh, phooey, folks. I got a little bit of a glue ick in there. Come out. Okay. Let me do this again. There we go. Now let's clean out my, I've got glue boogers in there. Let's try to clean those out. All right. I'm going to put some more glue right here along the edge. Vellum's not easy. It's a little tricky. Hey, John. Yeah, I'm still going. I'm still going. All right. I'm still alive.
Oh, okay.
Still.
That's good that you're still alive.
Yeah, it's good that I'm still alive. It's always good that I'm still alive. All right, last bit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you how pretty your card is going to look in a vellum envelope.
Whoop, sorry.
Hope that's not a gun.
No.
Just kidding.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. When things fall on the floor in our we've got new floors, and so when things fall on the floor, it just sounds so wild. Like, what is that just fell to pieces? Okay, so here we go. Let's try this one. How pretty is that? When you slide it in there, it's just gorgeous. And you know, it's not done drying either, but how pretty is your card? And I would just glue this shut. There are some other options with this die for that, but what a pretty option. Just ignore the fact that my glue is not dry yet, completely 100%, but once it's dry, it dries pretty clear. So yeah, isn't that pretty? I love it. So if you, and the reason I suggest the vellum is because it's not as thick as cardstock, and it's not going to be as heavy to mail. And you could use just a thin piece of cardstock to cover up. I mean, and it's easier sometimes to, as far as matching, trying to get a match for your card. So there you have it. How pretty is that? This is kind of a yellow vellum, and I think it just looks really pretty with that. Yeah. Let's see. If you're worried about not getting it just so, you can also use Clair. You can use some double-sided adhesive on there. You would get more of a smooth look, and you would still be able to see through it, but you would get a smooth look. Anyway, but yeah, vellum is a nice little choice for your envelopes. Don't forget that. Okay, we are done, folks. I've been on here for a while. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging in there with me. So I hope that you all have a blessed rest of your day. If you're in the Kansas City area, yeah, we're in for some rain for quite some time. I think all the way into tomorrow morning. It started raining it started raining this morning, early morning hours, and it's been raining all day. So, yeah, not much reprieve from the rain for sure. Yeah. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. And here they are. Here are the cards. So 4 cards and an envelope. Yay! How fun is that? All right, take care. I know the envelope is so cool. I do love it. I do, you know, and I'm not so worried about the imperfection of the glue. I just think that once you've set your card in there, people really aren't going to pay attention to the glue. You know, the clear aspect of the glue. I mean, if you buy a vellum envelope, you're going to see glue on there too. So, all right. Awesome, awesome. Take care. And join me again next week here, 3 o'clock Central Time. I'm over on Facebook Live on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Love you too, Lindy. Thank you. Bye-bye.